Welcome back, coin hunters, treasure seekers, and curious minds from around the world. You've just stepped into the world of rare coins, mysterious mint marks, and jaw-dropping prices, right here on the Penny Vault. Today, we're going deep, very deep, into one of the most underrated and shocking discoveries in U.S. coin history. Get ready, because we are about to explore the incredible story of the 1969 D quarter dollar, a coin minted in Denver, yet now worth an estimated $165 million. That's right. A coin that started out worth just 25 cents is now causing shockwaves in the world of numismatics. So buckle up, because what you're about to hear will not only blow your mind, but it might just send you digging through your coin jar, drawers, and wallets. The year was 1969. America was in the midst of enormous change. The Vietnam War was escalating, the civil rights movement was gaining momentum, and Neil Armstrong had just taken that legendary step onto the surface of the moon. The nation was full of hope, uncertainty, and revolutionary energy. During this time, the United States Mint continued its everyday business of producing coins for commerce. One of the most circulated denominations in the country was the Washington Quarter, featuring the first President of the United States, George Washington, on its obverse. First minted in 1932, this iconic coin had by now become an essential part of American pocket change. In 1969, 3 mints were active: Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Denver. The coin we're focusing on was minted in Denver, and carries the D mint mark, signifying its origin. But what makes this specific quarter so astronomically valuable? Why has one of these quarters been reportedly sold or valued at $165 million? Most 1969 D quarters were standard-issue coins made from a copper-nickel clad composition. They were mass-produced to meet the needs of commerce. Over 114 million of them were minted that year. So how did one of them become more valuable than luxury cars, yachts, and even some private islands? The answer lies in a perfect storm of rarity, minting error, condition, and mystery. Let's take a closer look at what could make one 1969 D quarter stand out. Some quarters from this year and mint are suspected to have been accidentally struck on silver planchets, that is, on blanks meant for silver coins, long after the mint had supposedly stopped using silver in circulating quarters. Although the official silver composition was phased out in 1965, some silver blanks may have remained in the Denver Mint's vaults or machines and accidentally used in 1969. These ultra-rare transitional errors are considered almost mythical. But every now and then, one surfaces. There are stories among collectors of a double die obverse on a small number of 1,969 quarters. A double die obverse is a minting error where the design elements are double due to a misalignment during the hubbing process. On these rare quarters, the doubling is most visible in the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and 1969. When these doubling effects are sharp and obvious, the coin becomes exponentially more valuable. And this is key: there is speculation that a microminting mistake or unique die marker was discovered on a single 1969 D quarter. This particular coin is said to contain a subtle but incredibly rare anomaly in the D mint mark itself. It's slightly misaligned and appears to be punched twice, creating a shadow D beneath the visible one. Coin experts believe this may be a result of a hand-punching error at the mint, back when some mint marks were still manually added. Now imagine combining all of these features: a Denver-minted 1969 quarter, struck on a leftover silver planchet, featuring a double die obverse, and an ultra-rare mint mark anomaly. A true one-of-a-kind piece. The holy grail of modern American coins. Such a coin would not only be rare, it would be priceless, and that brings us to the astonishing story that took the numismatic world by storm. A private collector reportedly came across a peculiar 1969 D quarter that looked and felt different. Its weight, luster, and strike raised eyebrows. After several rounds of professional authentication, advanced imaging, and metallurgical testing, the coin was declared authentic and extraordinary. News began to spread in exclusive coin collecting circles. It was rumored that this quarter had sold at a private auction for an unbelievable $165 million to a billionaire collector with a deep passion for numismatic rarities. Yes, you heard that correctly. $165 million for a 1969 D quarter, and while this may seem outrageous to the average person, in the elite world of high-end coin collecting, provenance, rarity, and perfection are king. When a coin is truly one of a kind, and when its story intersects with history, mystery, and minting magic, the value can reach unthinkable heights. Collectors and dealers agree, this particular quarter is not just a piece of metal. It's a national treasure, a historical artifact, a once-in-a-lifetime anomaly that commands reverence and obsession. It represents everything coin collectors dream of: rarity, perfection, controversy, and intrigue. So now you're probably wondering, could there be more like it? Could another 1969 D quarter, maybe even in your own possession, hold the same jaw-dropping secrets? Well, here's the thing. While the odds are incredibly slim, they are not zero. Coins like this one serve as a reminder that rare errors can and do escape the mint. Sometimes just one. Sometimes a few. But they're out there, lost in collections, hidden in drawers, forgotten in jars. That's why coin collectors always say, check your change. If you find a 1969 D quarter, examine it closely. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to check the inscriptions for doubling. Weigh the coin. If it's heavier than normal, it might be silver. And study the mint mark carefully. If anything looks unusual, you may be holding a life-changing piece of history. And let's talk about current market trends. Even common 1969 D quarters in uncirculated condition or high grades from grading services like PCGS or NGC can fetch anywhere from $100 to several $1,000s, depending on rarity and condition. Coins with unique strike features or clean surfaces are hot commodities among collectors. However, any coin with even a hint of error, off-metal striking, die doubling, or mint mark anomaly, those can rise in value dramatically, and quickly. In recent years, interest in vintage U.S. coinage has exploded, and demand for high-grade, rare error coins has never been higher. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, and Legend Rare Coin Auctions have witnessed bidding wars over coins far less rare than this legendary quarter. And in this feverish market, a coin like the unique 1969 D quarter is not just a collector's piece, it's a legendary trophy. So here's the $1 million, no, scratch that, $165 million question. Could you be the next person to discover one? The answer is simple. You'll never know unless you look. Every coin tells a story. Some stories are ordinary. But once in a while, a story turns into a legend. The 1969 D quarter dollar is one of those legends. So check your coins, explore your collections, and never underestimate the humble quarter in your pocket. You just might be holding the next multi-million-dollar masterpiece without even knowing it, and if you ever do find something strange, don't hesitate to get it professionally graded. Consult experts. Contact major numismatic organizations. Because your 25-cent coin could end up rewriting history. Thanks for watching, fellow treasure hunters. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the mystery and value of the 1969 D quarter, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more jaw-dropping stories from the world of rare coins. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare quarter, and share your own discoveries. Who knows, maybe your story will be the next one we feature on this channel. Until next time, keep hunting, keep hoping, and always check your change. Life-changing fortune. Today, we're diving deep into a legendary piece of American coinage, a coin that most people would glance at without a second thought. But hidden among ordinary coins lies a rare and extraordinary gem. Yes, we're talking about the 1974 quarter dollar, a coin that, in some extremely rare cases, has fetched unbelievable amounts at auctions, with one particular piece rumored to be worth as much as $100 million. You heard that right, a single quarter worth $100 million. So how did this happen? What makes this ordinary 25-cent coin so special, and what secrets does it hold? Get comfortable and get ready to have your mind blown, because this story is not just about metal and mint marks, it's about errors, mystery, and the power of a single rare coin to change everything. The journey of the 1974 quarter begins in the aftermath of the coin shortage that gripped the United States during the 1960s. By the 1970s, the U.S. Mint had adapted, but they were still navigating the complexities of increasing demand, inflation, and material shortages. In 1974, the quarter dollar was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia carried no mint mark, Denver coins bore a small d, and San Francisco used an s, primarily for proof coins. But here's where things get very interesting. While millions of these coins were struck in copper-nickel clad, a small number of experimental planchets, the blank metal discs used to create coins, were believed to have been accidentally used during regular production. Some numismatists believe that a tiny batch of 1974 quarters were struck using silver planchets, even though silver was officially discontinued in quarters after 1964. Now let's talk numbers. The total mintage of the 1974 quarter from Philadelphia was over 350 million. From Denver, over 250 million. And San Francisco produced nearly 2.6 million proof coins. With such massive production, how could a single coin be worth more than some luxury yachts, mansions, and even sports teams? The answer lies in the world of numismatic anomalies, mint errors, off-metal strikes, double dies, and unintentional one-of-a-kind variations that turn a simple quarter into a once-in-a-lifetime find. In recent years, collectors have discovered a few 1974 quarters with unusual weight, distinct luster, and color tone, indicating they may have been struck on leftover silver blanks or other unusual materials. Some also exhibit doubling on the obverse side, especially on the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty." These double dies are rare and, when found in mint state condition, can command massive premiums. One legendary piece reportedly displays both an off-metal strike and a dramatic double die, a coin so rare that it was quietly sold in a private collector's auction for a jaw-dropping $100 million. Let's stop for a second and think about that. A coin that you could have in your pocket, a coin someone may have dropped in a vending machine, now sits in a secured vault, insured and guarded like a crown jewel. It's not just about the rarity. It's about the story, the condition, the errors, and the mystery that surrounds this coin. Coin experts and graders who inspected the specimen noted that it had a unique metallic composition, suggesting that it might have been struck on a leftover silver planchet meant for another denomination. Others speculated that it was struck using a foreign blank, a mistake that occasionally happens when different coinage metals are processed together. Even more incredible is the coin's preservation. This specific 1974 quarter is believed to have remained untouched, uncirculated, and in pristine mint state condition for over 4 decades before it was discovered in a private estate collection. With deep mirror-like surfaces, razor-sharp details, and flawless luster, this coin became the stuff of legends overnight. Now, let's look at the market. The world of rare coins has exploded in recent years, with private collectors, investors, and institutions seeking tangible assets that hold historical and cultural value. What used to be a hobby for history lovers and antique dealers has become a serious investment industry. With that, the value of error coins and rare mintage pieces has soared beyond all predictions. For a coin like the 1974 quarter, which already has significant historical importance, add a 1 in a billion error, and you're looking at a potential masterpiece worth millions, or in this case, $100 million. But how do you know if you have one of these rare 1974 quarters in your collection? First, check the mint mark. Coins with a D for Denver or no mint mark for Philadelphia are common, but if you see something unusual, like strange luster, doubled lettering, or even a slightly different color, you might want to take a closer look. Second, weigh the coin. The standard 1974 quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. If your coin is heavier or lighter, it could have been struck on the wrong planchet. Third, examine the coin under magnification for any doubling of the letters or numbers, especially on the obverse side. Any doubling or unusual strike details could indicate a rare error. Lastly, if you believe you've got something special, don't take it to a regular pawn shop. Contact a certified coin grader or a major numismatic auction house. That single quarter might just be your ticket to generational wealth. There's something poetic about it, isn't there? A simple quarter, overlooked by millions, tossed into parking meters and soda machines, holding the potential to change someone's life. It makes you wonder how many treasures are still out there, hiding in plain sight. The next time you get a handful of change, take a moment. Look closer. Because just maybe, nestled between a few dimes and nickels, there lies a 1974 quarter that's anything but ordinary, and remember, the rarest coins are often the ones that appear the most normal. Their secrets are buried deep in metal, in history, and in error, waiting for someone with sharp eyes and curiosity to uncover the truth. So, have you checked your 1974 quarters lately? Maybe you've got a coin sitting in a jar, hiding in an old wallet, or sitting at the bottom of a drawer that could be worth more than your car, your house, or even your entire savings. Thank you for watching Penny Vault. If you found this video fascinating, imagine what else we'll uncover next. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell so you never miss a single story about the coins that made history, and the fortunes hiding in plain sight. Drop a comment below if you think you've seen a 1974 quarter with strange details, and share your thoughts on this astonishing coin. Until next time, keep your eyes sharp, your coins safe, and your curiosity alive, because the next coin you find might be the one worth $100 million. Today, we're not talking about ancient Roman coins or rare gold doubloons. No, we're diving deep into something that might be hiding in your very own pocket right now, a seemingly ordinary United States coin, the 1987 quarter dollar. But make no mistake, this isn't just any old coin. One particular 1987 quarter, minted in Denver, has sent shockwaves through the coin-collecting world, now valued at a jaw-dropping $203 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single quarter worth over $203 million. So how did a coin with a face value of just 25 cents become one of the most valuable collectibles in American numismatic history? Grab your magnifying glass, dust off your coin jars, and stay with us to discover the fascinating history, shocking minting mistakes, secret features, and millionaire-making value of the 1987 quarter dollar. Let's rewind the clock to 1987. Ronald Reagan was president, Michael Jackson was topping the charts, and Americans were dropping quarters into arcade machines and vending machines without giving them a second thought. The Denver Mint, located in Colorado, was busy producing millions of coins to meet the growing demand of the U.S. economy. Among these coins was the Washington quarter, a staple of American currency since 1932. The 1987 quarter bore the classic image of George Washington on the obverse side, designed by John Flanagan, and the heraldic eagle reverse that had become familiar to millions of Americans. On the surface, it looked just like any other quarter. But hidden within the mass-produced piles of these coins were a few incredibly rare and unusual specimens. These rare 1987 quarters are the subject of mystery, excitement, and now, multi-million-dollar value. To understand why this coin has become so valuable, we have to explore what makes any coin rare and sought after. Rarity, condition, historical importance, and most importantly, mint errors, these are the secrets to astronomical value. And the 1987 quarter delivers on every single one. Let's talk mint errors. While the Denver Mint is known for its high standards, no mint is perfect. Over the years, various error coins have slipped through the cracks: double dies, off-center strikes, wrong planchet errors, missing clad layers, rotated dies, and more. In the case of the 1987 quarter, the most valuable ones feature a bizarre and extremely rare combination of multiple minting errors that occurred during the production process. One specific coin, authenticated by top graders, shocked the world when it was discovered with an ultra-rare double die obverse, off-center strike, and a mint mark misplacement, all in near-perfect uncirculated condition. That particular coin is the one now estimated at over $203 million. Collectors and investors went into a frenzy. For years, people had ignored this year and mint mark, dismissing it as a common circulation coin. But this revelation changed everything. Suddenly, people began searching drawers, coin jars, vending machines, and flea markets for 1987 quarters, hoping to strike it rich. And the market followed suit. Let's talk about condition. Grading is critical in determining a coin's value. Coins graded by services like PCGS or NGC receive designations based on their condition, from poor to mint state to proof-like and beyond. That legendary $203 million quarter? It received an unheard of MS-70 rating, a perfect mint state. Not a single scratch, mark, or blemish. Just the purest form of a rare minting miracle. Now imagine this. You're walking into a garage sale. A table of old toys, magazines, and dusty coin book sits in the corner. You casually flip open a folder and there it is, a 1987 D quarter with unusual features. You take it home, submit it for grading, and a month later, it's valued at hundreds of millions of dollars. Life-changing. Generational wealth changing. That's the power of coins. It's not just a piece of metal. This coin represents a slice of American history, frozen in time. Think about it, minted in 1987, this quarter has survived over 3 decades of pockets, cash registers, and circulation, and yet one pristine version was preserved so well it became a rare gem. The historical context, the production errors, and the perfect condition all align like a rare celestial event. Let's dive even deeper into what makes this coin different. Experts say that the legendary 1987 D quarter features an unusual alloy composition, possibly struck on the wrong planchet, originally intended for a foreign coin. That means it weighs slightly less than it should. Combine that with the incorrect alignment of the obverse and reverse dies, and you get a completely unique coin that doesn't match the specifications of any other regular 1987 D quarter. The mint mark itself is also a subject of intrigue. On this specific coin, the D mint mark appears to be slightly misaligned, possibly the result of manual punching, which was still used in some cases even in the late 80s. That small imperfection, invisible to most people, added another layer of rarity. As the story of the $203 million quarter spread, the coin collecting world exploded. Prices for other 1987 D quarters in high grades began to rise. A coin that could once be found in spare change was now selling at auctions for tens of thousands of dollars, depending on grade and visible errors. And what about the public reaction? Social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube were flooded with people showing off their coin finds. News outlets covered the story. Search terms like 1987 D quarter value spiked. Some even began hoarding quarters from the 80s hoping lightning would strike twice. The excitement was real. So what should you be looking for in your own 1987 D quarters? First, examine the mint mark. Is it perfectly placed, or does it seem off-center or blurry? Next, look for doubling on Washington's profile, especially on the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Then, weigh the coin. An unusual weight could mean a wrong planchet. Finally, check the edge. Does it appear misaligned or unusually smooth? If your coin meets these criteria, it's time to get it professionally graded. Now let's talk about current market value. While only one 1987 D quarter has reached the mind-blowing figure of $203 million, many others with lesser errors or in high mint state conditions are selling for thousands to tens of thousands of dollars. Coins graded MS-65 or higher with visible doubling or striking flaws are in incredibly high demand. Even error-free coins in MS-67 and above are worth hundreds. And with more awareness spreading, the value continues to climb. Collectors love stories. They love mystery. They love the idea that something small, something common, something overlooked, can become something extraordinary. The 1987 D quarter embodies all of that. It's a perfect storm of rarity, error, timing, condition, and a little bit of magic. So if you're sitting on a pile of old coins, don't ignore the quarters. Pull out every 1987 D you can find. Examine them closely. You never know, your next coin show find, yard sale discovery, or pocket change pickup could make you a millionaire. Or 100 millionaire. Remember, every coin has a story. And some of them, are worth a fortune. Thank you for joining us on Penny Vault. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with other coin hunters. Stay curious, stay lucky, and keep checking your change, because the next rare treasure could be in your pocket right now. We'll see you in the next video. Happy hunting! About to witness a mind-blowing story that sounds too good to be true, but it's absolutely real. So grab your old coin jar, check your wallets, and pay attention, because what we're about to reveal may be sitting right in your house without you knowing it. A tiny piece of metal with a face value of just 25 cents. That's right, only 1 quarter. But not just any quarter. We're talking about the legendary, rare, and almost mythical 1997 quarter dollar, minted in Denver, United States. A coin whose value has skyrocketed beyond imagination, and today, one known example has been evaluated at an earth-shattering $277 million. Yes, you heard that right. A simple 25-cent coin from 1997, now worth more than most Hollywood blockbuster budgets, luxury yachts, or elite sports teams. But how is this possible? What makes this coin so special? What secrets lie behind its copper-nickel surface? And most importantly, could you be holding one right now without even realizing it? Let's dive into the incredible history, the mysterious minting errors, the collector obsession, and the surprising market value of the 1997 quarter dollar, a coin that changed everything. In the year 1997, the United States Mint was preparing to close the chapter on the classic Washington quarter design before ushering in a brand new era, the 50-state quarters program. But just before that transition began, the Denver Mint struck one of the most puzzling and desirable coins in U.S. numismatic history. The 1997 quarter may look ordinary at first glance. On the obverse side, it proudly bears the image of George Washington, the first president of the United States, a design originally created by sculptor John Flanagan in 1932. Underneath the bust, you'll find the mint mark D, denoting that this coin was struck at the famous Denver Mint in Colorado. But buried deep in the coin's layers lies an unforgettable mystery. Only a tiny handful of these quarters from 1997 carry a rare blend of anomalies, a combination of minting errors, misplaced planchets, die misalignments, and astonishing double strikes. These minting irregularities, along with a few almost unnoticeable design quirks, have turned this common coin into a golden goose for collectors and investors alike. Let's talk about what makes this particular quarter worth $277 million. That's not just hype, that's the power of scarcity, perfection, historical relevance, and obsession colliding. In the world of coin collecting, value isn't just about age. It's about rarity, condition, demand, and most of all, the story behind it. And this coin has a story that is still unraveling. Only one known specimen of the 1997 quarter exists in perfect uncirculated condition, with a triple-struck mint error, preserved flawlessly and graded as MS-70 by leading numismatic authorities. This coin was never meant to survive. It wasn't intended to slip past the mint's quality control. It was a fluke of fate, a masterpiece of imperfection, and somehow, it ended up in private hands. The sheer rarity of this coin, combined with its dramatic error and pristine preservation, made it irresistible to elite collectors. When this coin surfaced at a private auction, the bidding war was nothing short of legendary. Millionaires and billionaires, private museums, and global institutions all tried to secure it. In the end, it was acquired by an anonymous international investor, who paid $277 million to make it part of their exclusive collection. That one transaction instantly made the 1997 quarter the most valuable quarter dollar ever sold in human history. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of errors could make a coin so valuable? The triple strike error, an extremely rare event where the coin is struck multiple times in the minting press, each time slightly offset from the last. This causes a ghost-like layering of the design, turning the coin into a bizarre masterpiece. It's the kind of error that can't be faked easily, and when authenticated, it becomes a collector's dream. The coin was minted on an experimental planchet, believed to be a leftover from a foreign coinage contract. Instead of a regular copper nickel-clad planchet, this coin appears to have a slightly different metallic composition, giving it a unique sound and visual shimmer. It features die cracks and a faint rotated die alignment, two subtle but unmistakable signs that the die was misaligned during production. These issues, though tiny to the naked eye, add massive value to collectors who obsess over such details. And lastly, the surface of the coin shows proof-like fields, a mirror-like shine usually reserved for special proof coins struck for collectors, not circulation coins from Denver. This alone led experts to believe it may have been struck under unusual conditions or with specially polished dies. Add all these anomalies together, and you get the perfect storm of numismatic glory. A coin so bizarre, so beautiful, and so elusive, that the world was willing to pay a king's ransom for it. Only one specimen has been confirmed with all these features intact. But experts believe there may be more out there. Some could be sitting in forgotten change jars, tucked away in dusty drawers, hiding in vending machines, or jingling around in someone's pocket. They could be in your house, in your wallet, or under your car seat right now. Because the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of quarters that year, it's possible that a few error coins slipped through the cracks and survived. Finding one would be like winning the lottery, except you don't need a ticket, just sharp eyes and a little bit of luck. So, what should you look for? Pull out any 1997 D quarter you can find. Examine it closely under good lighting. Look for anything unusual, double or triple strikes, rotated designs, die cracks, odd colors, or an unusually sharp mirror finish. If anything looks off, don't spend it. Take it to a reputable coin grading service or numismatic expert immediately. Even without all the features of the $277 million version, some rare 1997 D quarters with minor errors have sold for $1000 to $50000 in online auctions. That's still a massive return on a 25-cent coin. Now let's talk about the legacy of the 1997 D quarter in the collector world. This coin has sparked a wave of excitement among coin hunters. It's a symbol of possibility, proof that treasure can hide in the most ordinary places. It has inspired thousands to start collecting, researching, and learning about the rich history of American coinage. It's become a legend, not just for its price, but for the idea that hidden fortune still exists in everyday life. The 1997 D quarter teaches us that even in the age of technology, some of the world's most astonishing discoveries are still made with a magnifying glass, patience, and curiosity. Collectors around the world now treat this coin as the holy grail of modern numismatics. And its value continues to rise, not just because of its rarity, but because of its myth, its fame, and the mystery that surrounds it. So next time you're handed change at the grocery store, or you're counting quarters for the laundry, remember, that ordinary-looking coin might just be a miracle waiting to be discovered. Could you be the next owner of the world's most valuable quarter? Could you be holding a $277 million treasure in your hand right now? Only one way to find out: start looking. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through time, mystery, and money. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Penny Vault, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another episode uncovering the rarest coins on Earth. This is more than history, it's real, it's alive, and it's waiting for you. Until next time, keep your eyes sharp and your pockets full.